Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Well, what a fun battle this should be. Washington and Dallas, traditional rivals, underway here on Thanksgiving Day. And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. Fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. The slot man in motion right. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now a throw here to his running back, and from the 25 they work this to... A gain of 4. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. They only lost the Packers out in 1962, and they saw Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They toss it down to Pollard. And he's got it to about the 40. The Cowboys at 500, sitting at 5-5. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Motion man is Schwartz. Fourth down, Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now some movement before the... And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Swinging this out. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some...
Touchdown! Jahan Dotson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Prescott on first down. That's dumped off to Pollard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Washington on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
47, here we go, 47.
Prescott to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 39-yard line. We're going to 54. Why? Hey, Jim.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And again, it's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Diaby Brown, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
At the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Cowboy 80.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
At the 20-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, 59 yards. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, an even 90 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Big yardage that time for Washington. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
60 by 6. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Alert! Alert!
Back to throw again. His throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now an audible here into something else. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first...
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46.
To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he...
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. From 21 yards away. And the Commanders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Prescott from his end zone on 3rd. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
47.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Kill. We're going to 53.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Touchdown! Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
This makes the score. Commanders 45. Cowboys 22.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And somewhat surprisingly, a fair catch called for on the short kick, so no return. And they'll begin at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that
he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Liking 18. Trap 60. Ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
47.
To the air again, Prescott. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Cowboys, 1st down.
Hey, kill.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Commanders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 52, Cowboys 22.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, they continue to keep. They move to 11-1, and they'll get a few extra days to get